Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In previous class we have discussed lungs. Yes, and we just little revise it and then continue. Yes. So just raise your hand and tell me what are lungs. They are pair of. She will only lung. They are pair of spongy organs. Yes. Yes, Isma, next point.
And they are situated in the chest cavity close to the heart.
So chest cavity or thoracic cavity, okay?
Yes, ma'am. They are
Situated
and heart. Ma'am,
near the heart. They are situated near the heart, and where it is situated? In the chest cavity. It is chest cavity or thoracic chest cavity.
And then we are having two types of lungs, right and left.
Okay, so the right lung is right lung is and left lung is two lobed. Okay. Yes, Sarah. Anything else? Anything else related to the lungs? No. Right now, for external structure, I'm asking. Yes, very good. It's membrane, protected by the membrane, that is protected by one at a time. Protected by the membrane. Pleura. They are the double membrane, okay? We know its function is to protect it. Another. Yeah. They have to. Right now, yes. They have to contract and relaxation. Before that, one more thing. No. Diaphragm, okay, but after the membrane, what is there in between the membrane? Pleural fluid is also there in between the membrane. Yes, and it is protected by bony rib cage also. Yes. Pleura we already talked, and we have written bony rib cage. Then it's supported by the yes. It supported by muscular sheath, diaphragm. So this is all about the external structure, you can say. Internal structure we already discussed. We discussed that What are the other things are there? Bronchiole and alveolar sac. In the alveolar sac, what are there? Alveoli. And alveoli are richly supplied with the blood capillaries. So what is important function occur there? Very good. To exchange the gases occur there in the alveoli because it is richly supplied with the blood capillaries. So this is all about lung. Now breathing.
Ma'am, the inhalation is the process by which air is exhaled and inhaled.
Respiration is divided into 3 steps. One is, first you write this respiration. No. First one is breathing. Breathing, it includes means that consists of inhalation and exhalation. So breathing. Second is exchange of gases. Then cellular respiration. No. Cellular respiration. And for this all occur. Actually, this is the process. This is very important in the body to get the energy. So right now, what we discussed, breathing. Then exchange of gases, you already know. I told you 1-2 times earlier also. And then cellular respiration. Respiration also we have discussed in the previous chapter. The burning of food in presence of oxygen, as a result, energy release. Yes? So we know respiration also. So first we discuss breathing. What do you understand with the term this breathing? Okay.
The process of removing and exhaling gases from the lungs is called.
Why this much talking? Tara.
And the process by which the air is inhaled and exhaled of the body through nostrils is called breathing.
Process by which we take air in and out. In and out. So this is called breathing. So we can feel also inhalation and exhalation. Yes? That's another thing. Exchange of gases we cannot feel. We cannot feel like cellular respiration also, like continuously it is going in the cell. But inhalation and exhalation we can feel. When we inhale gas, we can feel that we inhale. When we exhale, then also we feel like exhalation. You just take a deep breath and you feel like how the air goes inside. Do it now. The deep breath. So you feel like air goes inside. Something in the thoracic cavity increase in something we feel like the cavity increased. Yes. Okay. So the process by which air is taken in and taken out is known as breathing. Through the nostril, yes, of course. Nostrils are the holes present in the nose. They are the nostril. I told you earlier also. Then through the nostril, in the nasal chamber, then pharynx, then trachea, then bronchi, bronchioles, alveolar sac, and in the alveolar sac, alveoli. So exchange of gases occur in the alveoli.
Cellular means organisms which are made up of
Cellular, cell made up of cell.
and multicellular.
Unicellular made up of one cell. Multicellular made up of more than 2 cells or more.
One cell
Bacteria is unicellular.
and multicellular.
We all are multicellular. Yes. So unicellular or microscopic, you cannot see with the naked eye. You have to use microscope to see. You cannot see with the naked eye unicellular organism. So what steps or what changes occur during inhalation? First, what happened in the inhalation?
The rib cage moves upward and down. The rib cage moves upward and down.
Yes, very good. Rib cage
Moves upward and down.
moves upward and outward. This should be very much clear. When we inhale, this chest cavity, or you can say the thorax cavity, increase. Yes, then only the air can go inside. So how it can be increased? By this, the outward movement of the rib cage and downward movement of diaphragm. Like suppose here the rib cage is there, okay, and inside the lungs are there, and here the diaphragm. If they would be fixed like this only, there is no way of inhalation. For the inhalation, there should be the chest cavity or the thoracic cavity should be increased. Then only the air can go inside. So for that, this rib cage move outward. So the inner cavity increase and this diaphragm move downward. So here the cavity would be increased. So they can expand. They can get air in it. And at the time of exhalation, just reverse of it occur. So here rib cage move upward and outward, and
The volume of this
diaphragm moves downward. So these two movements are very important for the inhalation. Then only this thoracic cavity would be increased. And when the cavity increases, pressure decreases and outside pressure increases, so the gas goes inside. Because this is the quality of air, that or the matter, means it moves from the higher to the lower. So the higher air moves from the higher atmospheric pressure to the lesser atmospheric pressure. So when the cavity increases inside, the atmospheric pressure decreases in the lung. As a result, the gas goes inside. And at the time of exhalation, just reverse of it occur. What happened then?
The volume increases.
What happened? What happened to the rib cage? It will move downward and inward. The rib cage moves downward and inward. And what happened to the diaphragm?
It urges the dome shape. It urges the procuring the dome shape.
Moves upward, or it gets its original place. Gets the exhalation decreases. Volume of the chest cavity chest cavity at the time of exhalation decreases. It should be decreases, beta. Let's see here. Exhalation decreases, inhalation increases. You're looking different. Chest cavity. Chest cavity decreases in exhalation. It will automatically decrease when this diaphragm moves upward and this rib cage goes, what you can say, move downward and inward. Automatically the cavity decreases. Now understood everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any confusion? No. The lungs reduce in size due to which there is. Okay, now exchange of gases. So breathing, everyone understood? Can I erase? Which? You're writing. Okay. Exchange. Now breathing is done and exchange of gases. Exchange of gases we already discussed earlier also. Now again I am telling you, like suppose this is lung, here this is bronchiole, and at the end of the bronchiole alveolar sac, and alveolar sac is having many alveoli in it. So now I am making it here alveoli. What?
It is present at the end of bronchi.
Alveolar sacs are present, and alveolar sacs are having many alveoli. So what is it? Alveoli. And I told you it is richly supplied with the blood vessels, or you can say blood capillaries. Blood capillaries around it. Okay. So this is blood capillary. This is alveoli. So when we inhale oxygen or gas, there the oxygen, it is diffused in the wall of the alveoli. Sorry, oxygen is diffused in the wall of capillaries. It diffused in the blood. Are you getting it? No? Here it is alveoli. It is covered by blood capillaries. So when we inhale, air comes in it. Oxygen, it is diffused by the blood capillaries. So it goes in the blood capillaries. And carbon dioxide of the blood that comes after the respiration, that diffused in the alveoli. Just exchange of gases, you can say. Exchange of gases occur. So oxygen of alveoli, it goes in the blood, and carbon dioxide of the blood goes in the alveoli. And then through the same track it is exhaled out. When it comes in the alveoli, then from the alveoli to the bronchioles, then bronchus, then the trachea, and to the nostril it goes out. It's not how it contains. You inhale, at that time the oxygen reaches there. You inhale the oxygen rich air, and other gases which are present in the air, because it's a mixture of gases, so they are not absorbed by the body. If the what you can say poisonous or harmful substances are there in the air, they can harm the respiratory tract, but they are not absorbed or utilized by the body. So only oxygen will be absorbed by the alveoli, not blood capillary. Here the mixture of gases comes in the alveoli, and the wall of the alveoli is richly supplied with the blood capillaries. Got it? So here in the blood capillaries, the oxygen which comes in the alveoli, it diffused in the blood. At the same time, carbon dioxide diffused out in the alveoli, and the same passage through the same tract, it exhaled out. The inhalation, we inhale through the nostril, then nasal passage, then trachea, and then bronchi, bronchiole, and the alveolar sac. In the same process, it exhaled out. And why it occurs at the same time? Because hemoglobin is the carrier of carbon dioxide and oxygen. RBC is having hemoglobin, and hemoglobin is the carrier of carbon dioxide and oxygen. So when respiration occurs in the body, carbon dioxide released in the blood, it is attached by the hemoglobin. So when it come in contact with the alveoli, what happened? This carbon dioxide diffused out in the alveoli. Otherwise, how it will carry oxygen? Because this is the only carrier. Hemoglobin is the carrier. So it brings the carbon dioxide from the different body part to the lungs, and then there it releases, and the oxygen is that the oxygen which we inhale, that is combined with the hemoglobin and carried to the different body part. Not understood? Blank faces. Okay, what point you not understood? Just ask me that point. That you know, we inhale, inhalation occur, the gases around us we inhale, in this oxygen is also there, 78% nitrogen is there, 21% oxygen is there. So we inhale, some of the amount carbon dioxide is also there, 0.03 or 0.04 it is there, 0.04 now it is, because of this human activity. It is now increased because of this global warming and all other things, that yes, because of the pollution you can say. So when we inhale, oxygen present in the air, that is diffused in the blood, that is absorbed by the blood, because blood capillaries are surrounded by the alveoli. So now oxygen goes in the blood, and carbon dioxide which is there as a result of respiration. We know that during the process of respiration carbon dioxide is released. We know this? Yes? So continuous this process is going on, continuous release of carbon dioxide occur in the body, that should be exhaled out, otherwise inhalation cannot be possible. Why it's not possible? Because hemoglobin is the only carrier of both. If the carbon dioxide attached always with it and it will not be removed from it, oxygen cannot be carried by it. So that's very important, that carbon dioxide diffused out in the alveoli, and from alveoli oxygen diffused in. So the exchange of gases means the oxygen goes in the blood and carbon dioxide goes in the alveoli. Now what you not understood? Hemoglobin is there in the red blood cell. It's a protein. Its function is to carry carbon dioxide and oxygen.
Then the blood function is to carry carbon dioxide from all parts of the body to the lungs.
Yes, very good. Means in every cell we know this respiration occur.
Yes.
Continuous supply of energy very important. Once it is stopped, the cell will die. The continuous supply of energy will be stopped. And how it is stopped? By the stopping the process of respiration. So if the respiration is stopped, continuous supply of energy is stopped and the cell will die. So when the respiration occurs, carbon dioxide is released in every cell. When it is released, it diffused in the blood. So all carbon dioxide comes in the blood, and that carbon dioxide is carried to the lung. That how it is, the body part they send to the heart. From heart it goes into the lung. There the exchange of gases occur. Blood gets the oxygen again. Then again it come back to the heart. How? Listen, now I am telling you, you people are very much confused. Here lungs, suppose they are the lungs. Here it's a heart, and we know that heart is present between the lungs only. Yes, but I am making here like this to explain you. And the body part, the whole body. So here suppose this is the whole body. From the body, due to respiration, carbon dioxide release. So from body, this carbon dioxide rich blood carried to the heart into the right side. Right side of the heart gets the deoxygenated blood, carbon dioxide rich blood. Then heart send this blood to the lungs. Here diffusion of the gases occur, exchange of the gases occur. Here carbon dioxide is released and oxygen is taken by the blood. Now this oxygenated blood is again sent to the heart in the left side. And then from the left side only this blood, this oxygenated blood, this oxygen rich blood goes back to the body. Again the body used for the respiration. Again the carbon dioxide is released. The same process is continuously going on. So have you understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
No. Yes, Madhya, what you not understood? Yes? Understood. So if you understood, then what you understood? Tell me. Yes?
Red blood cells, it is present, ma'am.
It's a protein present in the RBC. And it's a protein present in the RBC, red blood cell.
Full form.
Red blood cell. And its function is to attach with the oxygen and carbon dioxide.
Just in red blood cell it is going on, and white blood cell.
In red blood cell only. Yes?
The right part and the left part. And then
I made just rough only. I told you that left lung is too low only. Just now I told. And heart is in between the lungs only. I made it down to explain you how the heart send the blood to the lungs, and then lung again to the heart, and then heart sent to the body part. Just to explain you. Otherwise you know that the body part, this is the whole body we are talking about, where the heart it is present between the two lungs only. You know this. Yes, I told you many times.
Yes, ma'am.
So here what is this? Diffusion of gases also completed.
When we are inhaling the air, so we can smell also.
If any sort of molecules are present in it, you smell. Like at your home, your mother cook delicious food like biryani, korma, whatever you like. You means like by smelling only you know it that what mother cook. Right? How? Because the molecule comes in the air, they come in contact with the olfactory nerves present in the nasal chamber. Olfactory bulbs are there, the olfactory nerves are there. They send the message to the brain, and brain informed you this is the smell of this.
And we cannot smell oxygen, there is no smell, is there?
Ma'am, diffusion.
We smell, if some molecule of means like the smell molecules are there, then only you can smell. Okay.
Ma'am, diffusion occurs when two particles are mixed, like two gases are mixed when we take inside.
No, diffusion here basically oxygen and carbon dioxide occur, because nitrogen your body cannot use. The atmospheric nitrogen, it cannot be used by your body. So they cannot be absorbable form of the nitrogen. In this form, the atmospheric nitrogen cannot be used by your body. So atmospheric oxygen can be used by your body. It's like used for the respiration. So oxygen diffused in the blood and rest are exhaled out
Okay, ma'am.
with the increased amount of the carbon dioxide and increased amount of water vapor. Water vapor is also released at the time of respiration. So the more amount of water vapor and carbon dioxide will be there in the composition of air will be changed as exhalation and inhalation. Inhalation having more oxygen, exhalation having more carbon dioxide. Fine? So is there anything which you not understood? So we discussed breathing, we discussed diffusion of gases, and respiration we already discussed. We discussed that oxygen burned glucose molecule, and as a result what happened? Yes. Okay. Respiration. I asked respiration. We discussed earlier.
You asked me what is respiration.
Yes. Glucose, oxygen, energy.
And the process by which food molecule
And water molecule.
down to the body
Water vapor.
release energy is called respiration.
38 ATP, energy in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This all respiration ATP, I told you. Adenosine triphosphate.